Honorable Speaker, touching on the care of children, but it is okay for a single male to adopt a relative. Honorable Speaker, for instance, if I wasn't married, or if the Honorable Kaluma wasn't married, and by bad luck, a relative you lost a relative and who has a child, you should be able to adopt that child. But if you have no relation to a child, Honorable Speaker, I think it is only right that we do not allow single males who have no relation to a child, as it were in the original act. And Honorable Speaker, during the third reading, we will be moving amendments to drop this particular amendment to also allow the House to consider, together with other substantive bills other than in statute miscellaneous bill, the consideration of even all those provisions that have been nullified by the courts in a substantive child care bill, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you've also heard the concerns that have been raised by the Committee on Industry and Trade and Industry on certain provisions of the Scrap Metal Act. And again, Honorable Speaker, we'll be moving to effect the necessary amendments during the Committee of the Whole and the third reading. Honorable Speaker, there are also concerns that have been raised, I think, by the Honorable Aramat during debate on provisions that relate to the winding up of the Nuclear Power and Energy Agency and transferring most of its functions to the ministry. And again, Honorable Speaker, we'll be considering those particular concerns during third reading and Committee of the Whole House. On the Fisheries and Management Development Act, as I mentioned to my good friend Millie, there's actually a substantive bill on matters touching on fisheries management that I know is currently in the Senate, and when it comes, it will cover many more of the issues that touch on our fisheries management. With those many remarks, Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply. And Honorable Speaker, as I reply, also to request you to indulge the House to have the question put at a later time other than now for obvious reasons.
Thank you. The request is assented to. Honorable members, will move to the next order. And just to note, maybe let me get the order read out first.
Order number 9, motion. Consideration of Senate amendments to the National Rating Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2022.
The Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Lands, Honorable Nyamoko, you ready?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to move that the motion that the Senate amendments to the National Rating Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2022 be now considered. Madam Speaker, we have this bill coming back to the House for the second time, and just to jog the memories of the Honorable House and the members, the National Rating Bill, National Bill number 55 of 2022, aims to create a comprehensive legislation framework for imposition of property rates and land and buildings by the county governments. Number 2, it also provides for valuation of rateable properties. Number 3, it also provides for the appointment of property valuers. And lastly, Madam Speaker, it also provides for the establishment of National Rating Tribunal. Madam Speaker, the National Assembly considered and passed the National Rating Bill, number 55 of 22, and passed it with amendments on 11th October 23, following which the Speaker forwarded the same to the Senate for consideration. The Senate considered the bill and passed it with further amendments on 9th May 2024. In total, the Senate amended 11 clauses of this bill, of which the committee adopted or approved 5 and rejected the 8 of the proposed amendments. Madam Speaker, without necessarily going to the details of the clauses which the committee adopted and which were rejected, I want to say that the committee carefully studied these amendments. We had enough time to engage with the Ministry of Finance and Treasury because they are the ones who originated this bill. And I'm very sure that this report, which has been prepared by the committee, contains the wishes of the members in the interests of the nation. And we are seeking for support and concurrence of the members that we adopt the bill by accepting the 3 and rejecting the 8. That will give us an opportunity for us to proceed to engage with the Senate during when we are going to arbitration. And with that, I'll want to request the Honorable Leader of Majority to second this motion.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to second this motion on consideration of the Senate amendments to the National Rating Bill. And as the Chair has said, Honorable Speaker, the committee has considered all the amendments and they agree with a number of the amendments as amended by our Senate, our colleagues in the Senate. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from the member for Emurua Dikir and the member for Kiamba, but the laughter was coming from the member for Emurua Dikir. And you know, Honorable Speaker, these people who purport to be kingpins have a problem. You have seen the problems that we have in the Mount Kenya region because of this kingpin syndrome. Now the member for Emurua Dikir, who purports to be the Kipsigis kingpin, is now harassing the Honorable Kawanjiko because the Honorable Kawanjiko is able to withstand kingpins from the Mount Kenya region.
We will just ask Honorable Member for Emurua Dikir to keep the consultations low. That's it.
And especially the laughter.
That's it.
The laughter is choking. Honorable Speaker, I was saying when the Committee for Lands considered these amendments, they have agreed with the number of these amendments, Honorable Speaker.
Is it on that
and
same...
the amendments...
Hold on, Majority Leader. Honorable Kaluma, I hope you are not on member.
Honorable Speaker, I hope you are attentive to Honorable Ichungwa, who is our Majority Leader and the Leader of the House. Honorable Speaker, did you hear Honorable Ichungwa say the Honorable MP for Emurua Dikir is purporting to be the kingpin, when it is something of which judicial notice can be taken, something which is acknowledged, that Honorable Joanna Ngeno is the kingpin of Rift Valley, something which was done in public, all elders, and was duly enthroned. Why should our Majority Leader, who is our leader,
Member for Homa Bay Town,
undermine our exploits in leadership?
Honorable Kaluma, whatever flaw that was agreed on is not the flaw of this House. So, Majority Leader, kindly focus on the bill.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And the Honorable Kaluma knows I said purporting, because as you rightly say, Honorable Speaker, all kingpins purport to be kingpins, but are never appointed by anybody. Honorable Speaker, I was saying the Committee for Lands has also disagreed substantially with a number of amendments. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it would only be right that we allow the committee and this House to have a second shot at this bill and the amendments that have emanated from the Senate, to agree with the Senate on the ones that they agree on, but also to move the House to disagree, so that we can have an opportunity through the mediation process, as provided for in our standing orders in the Constitution, for the two houses to be able to have an opportunity to sit. And I'm certain our Committee for Lands, or rather the members that this House may appoint in mediation without preempting debate, would be able to sit with our colleagues in the Senate and agree on those that are contentious, and we consider a mediated version of this bill, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, beg to second and do request the House to disagree with the amendments in the Senate, so that we may cause the setting up of a mediation committee. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to second.
I therefore propose the motion that the Senate amendments to the National Rating Bill, National Assembly Bill number 55 of 2022, be now considered. And before I give the members to indulge on this one, just to note that if this motion is lost, then order number 10, Roman 1 will not happen. If it is lost, the committee of the whole will not happen.